Hello YouTube land, this is Jeff with Jeff's Toy Reviews, and today I'm doing a review that I normally don't do. I've reviewed only a handful of Star Wars Black Series figures in the past. However, I found this guy, and this is actually my favorite of all the Stormtroopers. I know people like, even the Scarif Troopers, the TIE Fighter pilots or whatever, but I've always liked the AT-AT driver. And because there's something about the way he looks that this is like really cool for me. So I saw him, I had to pick him up. I thought he was a great purchase, and just really excited. And he comes in the standard Star Wars Black Series, the new red thing. He is number 31, and here is his bio. I'll bring that in. There's also a nice piece of artwork of the helmet here. Empire's Combat Driver, blah, blah, blah. So you can go ahead and pause that and read that. It's also in a couple different languages. And, bottom of the package just says where the toy is made. And on the side, it just says AT-AT driver and Conductor de AT-AT. So that is it for the packaging. So I'm going to get this bad boy out and we'll go ahead and take a look at him. All right. Be right back. And here we are. We're back, and here he is out of the packaging, looking really cool. He does come with a accessory. He does have a blaster. Has a nice little silver paint application. That's about it. It just looks like a standard Stormtrooper blaster. No sheath on this guy for this blaster, which I thought was kind of weird because I think the other Stormtroopers all have sheaths. Like I know the regular Stormtroopers do have sheaths and stuff, but he does have that. And right out of the package, I have to say his detail is amazing. So bring this guy in so you take a look at the head sculpt. He has very nice paint applications. Even the red dot in the middle of his nose. Here, just nice little paint, man. He's got the Imperial symbols on him. Just, he's got the black with the white for the vents. And, he's got some nice silver paint apps and more control panels and stuff on the back. And let's go ahead. He's got another control panel system on his back. And then turn around to, just more filled out. It's got the hoses. The hoses are really nice. They don't hinder his ability to move his head at all, which is great. And, well, they will. I'll show you when they do. But, just the detail alone is really, really nice. So let's go to articulation. He can look up and he can look down. He can move his arm 360. He can go up about that far because, they do hinder just a little bit. They go against the plastic here. So he can go about that far. He does have a, he only can go to just under 90 degrees for his elbow bend. No double jointed elbows. He does have a wrist, does have a lever for the wrist or hinge in the wrist, and he can rotate his wrist 360s, which, people really can't do that. He cannot turn his head a full 360 because the hoses do get in the way there. So he can look a little to the left and a little to the right, and that's about it. He does have a ball joint for in his torso, so he can get a minor ab crunch, and he can look up just a little bit. He can kick about that far forward, and he can go about that far back. He can do the splits out to this, not that far, just because the strap gets in the way. He does have a double jointed knee, which is nice. So you can get some nice poses with the knee. And then he does have, sorry, I had to get off camera there. He does have a nice hinge in his elbow. In his ankle. And he does have a nice ankle swivel. And he does have a thigh swivel, really tight. And nothing above the boot or anything else. And that is that for this guy's articulation. And I'm going to go ahead and put his gun in his hand. He does have the trigger fingers on both hands. This looks like more for the gun than this one, though. So let's go ahead and pop that in there. And, the finger does go right into the trigger, which is nice. So he can hold it pretty well. It's not coming out or nothing. And there we go. So, I'm really impressed with this guy. Just because he is my favorite of the Stormtroopers. The AT-AT driver always has been since Empire Strikes Back. When I first saw him, I was like, oh my goodness. He was such a favorite of mine that when I had the original G1 toys, I had 5 of this guy. And I did have one AT-AT growing up, and those guys were always in the pilot seat and in the back and everything else. They were the AT-AT people, right? So let's go ahead and get him in comparison with a couple others. Here he is with the Scarif Trooper, and you know, they're roughly the same. He looks like a little taller just because of the crest on the helmet. And here he is with KSO21 and or excuse me, K2SO, and you know that he's of course going to be taller. So I'm going to raise this up so you can see how much taller he is. So there he is there. And then with your Marvel Legends figures, here he is with the Punisher, because gotta have him with the Punisher. And the Punisher is taller than this guy too. So that's how he compares with Marvel Legends. So that's that off there. So there you go. This guy, although some of the movement is limited, still one of my favorite of the Stormtroopers. Always will be. I just like the look. For some reason, it's a different enough look for the rest of the Stormtroopers that he's fantastic to me. So, and he's just going to be that way. I really like this figure. I like the paint. I like the even the articulations a little bit, but I like all these little details that they put in for this figure, and how they just really, I don't know, it just captured the AT-AT driver for me. And I mean, of course it will, because it's Star Wars, and Star Wars is going to do that. But the articulation, he can do nice poses. He's going to be posed just like this on my shelf. And yeah, so that's it for this review. I might be doing a few more Star Wars Black Series figures. I do have quite a few. I've just never taken the time to review them. Only a couple have I reviewed. I did review K2SO, and I did review the Death Stormtrooper, or I can't remember what they're called, but I think that's what they're called. So I did review those, and so yeah, so look for more reviews coming up. Of course, I'm always putting more toys up for review. If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Maybe I can find the toy and review it myself and see if you like it or not. So for Jeff's Toy Reviews, I am Jeff, your host, and don't forget to like and subscribe, this video, subscribe to my channel, and also follow me on Instagram at jmercer76, and look at my past videos. Right now I have a contest underway in celebration of 500 subscribers, and it's growing. I have three prizes on this one, so, and more people are entering every day, it looks like. So very happy about that. Thank you very much for watching, and have yourselves a good one.